fly, they flutter. When you smash a bee, it doesn't bleed. It comes out a black liquid, that's melanin. Because when the melanin vibrates, that's when you're able to levitate. There's a reason why they got the buzzing, because the buzzing is a cymatic vibration that makes them levitate.
So that means we have to get our shit black to like be able to levitate?
You have to activate the neuromelanin. The neuromelanin is the brain and central nervous system melanin that creates a melanocyte. And that melanocyte gives power to the neurons. And those neurons create magnetites and dendrites. And the magnetites and the dendrites is the 144,000 crystals in the brain to where you activate the Christ, to where you walk on water, walk on the sky, which is flying. This is all connected to 3-Eye Atlas. 3-Eye Atlas is the C1 Atlas vertebrae. The C1 Atlas vertebrae gives an etheric combustion to the 33rd vertebrae. The 33rd vertebrae is how you resurrect yourself, because Jesus was so-called crucified when he was 33 years old, right? The only way to tap into the energy as far as like having metaphysical powers, you gotta heal. You're not able to absorb that energy because you got too much hate in your heart. You clogging up all the intrinsic power that's coming from the Elohim, because when the sun vibrates at 90-degree angles and it collaborates with your physiology, that's what makes you an Elohim, or which is what we call a God. That's why during the time of the Golden Age, it's talking about Apep, which is Apophis, where human becomes God in the Golden Age. By way of the crystallization of the calcites and the apatites in the pineal gland that creates geometric energy fields around the body to the point where you're able to activate the Merkaba, to where you're able to harmonize with nature through the Fibonacci sequence, which is the flower of life.
Is there a time that you think it will happen?
It's happening right now. The fall of the church is the resurrection of the original man. So when you see the fall of the church, that's how you know what time it is. That's the reason why they hold in UFO conferences with the Vatican right now, because they know that the fall of the church is almost at its apex. That's why 2027 is going to be the global turning point. Consciousness is going to combat the government.